guys, my name is Katie or Kbdoesart, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to model a cute turkey. Yeah, let's jump into it. I'm going to start with the head, which will just be a sphere for right now. And then we can go ahead and, let's use a cylinder for the neck. So we'll just grab that, and you can just scale that in. Click R and scale it on down. I'm also just going to move it a little bit back and then scale it a tad. And then you can make it longer and move it however you need it to be moved. Okay. All right, I'm going to grab another sphere, which I'm going to use for the body. I'm going to scale this one up though, make it a little bit bigger like that and a little bit longer. And let's pull it on up and drag it on backwards like this. And then pull it on up. Try and kind of even it out. All right, and then I want to add this kind of like design here because I think it's kind of like maybe like the feathers of the turkey. So let's see. A couple ways we can add that. I think what I'm gonna do is use a sphere to do it, but make it not as big like that, and then rotate them and kind of like push them into place. Make them a bit longer, rotate them, and then duplicate them and push them. And then last one. All right, that looks pretty good. You can do the same thing with the wings if you want to just like take one of these guys and duplicate them. And then you can scale it up, obviously. A tool we haven't used a lot is called the soft selection tool. You want to click B by turning to turn that on. And basically what will happen is if you select some faces, it'll also pull the faces around it to a certain extent. So we can grab these faces, and then maybe I'll grab like these guys here and drag them on out. And then we can drag some like over here and bring them on out as well. Just making like a basic kind of like wing shape. And then when you press 3, you can kind of see how that shapes out. I'm going to scale mine down a little bit and in. And then we can just go ahead and move it into place on the turkey. Obviously, this is going to be a bit of a more stylized turkey. This is definitely not a realistic version of a turkey by any means. But yeah, so all right, we can duplicate that, move it on over, and let's see, I want to rotate it to be like that. There we go. All right, and then we can go ahead and deal with, let's deal with the head a little bit more. I want to go into the front view. You can keep soft selection on for this part. I want to basically take these up a little bit, and then I want to take these guys and scale them out a tad. Just kind of moving them around. That looks pretty good. You can also take these like that, yeah. And then let's scale the whole object just up a tad. and make it a little larger. To make the face, you can go ahead and just grab spheres, scale them down. You want to push them out here. The model or the reference that I'm looking at has actually like really small eyes. I don't usually do really small eyes on my models, but you know, let's see how we like it. Okay, that looks good. We can take those and just push them into the mesh a bit better. And then for the beak, let's take a cone and we'll rotate it 90 degrees and bring it on up. Can be definitely smaller. You can also add in a multi-cut. Let's see, let's bring it out here to do that. Actually, what I think I'm going to do is I'll just click B to turn off soft selection. And I'm just going to take this face and extrude it and push it out like that. And then that'll give me a bit more of a nose that or of a beak that I want. I'm going to scale that in, bring it down a little bit, and just clip it like that. And then you can go back in the front view and, you know, center it however you would like to. It also has that little thing on top, which I don't know what that's called, the little red thing right there, which we can accomplish with another sphere. You're basically going to elongate that sphere, make it really thin, and then we'll scale it down and push down over here. Scale it. Yeah, we'll scale it in a little bit. And we'll position it here. I'm going to scale it down a bit more. I'm going to move this guy down so that it fits a bit better. Okay, there we go. And then I'm going to take, basically, click soft selection on again. And there we go. Go ahead and rotate and move it on in. Let's see how that's looking. You can also scale that to be not as big. There we go. All right, that looks good. So we got the front all done. And then I guess we can do the feathers on the back. I think how I want to tackle the feathers is with a cube. So let's take a cube and add a multi-cut like that. And then click Q and grab these vertices. Click B to turn off your soft selection. And bring that on up like that. And then click 3. Oh, I didn't grab both. Make sure you get both of those vertices and then push them up. There we go. And then let's elongate this feather. I'm going to make it a little bit longer like that. You can also take this edge up here and bevel it. Okay, I wasn't expecting it to do that. Okay, well, anyways, so that's fine that we have it like this. Let's start in the middle. So you can see it needs to be a bit longer to reach above that turkey. Make it a little bit wider as well, like that. And then we're gonna do something called Duplicate Special, which you'll find under Edit. Go to this option box, and then we're gonna be rotating it. I guess I'm gonna do like a positive 10. Make your scale 0, and then the copies, I'm gonna start with 8, but go ahead and apply that. Okay, weird. I think what we need to do first is do mesh smooth. There we go. So now it's all smoothed out. And then let's delete the history of that and then apply. Oh, I see. Don't make your scale 0. You got to make it 1. My mistake. All right, and then I want it to be moving, I think, on the Z plane. There we go. Yeah, okay, cool. So 10's almost there. Go ahead and undo those, and we'll do 15. Okay, perfect. And then do -15, and that should get you all your little feathers. And they're all their own components, which is really cool. So you can grab them all separately and texture them separately. Also, you can delete this one. I guess that one was an extra. But yeah, last thing is just the feet. So we're going to use probably 2 cylinders to do that. So you can grab a cylinder and let's see, move it like that. All right, there we go. Got some feet on him. We can add a multi-cut on this guy. I'm just doing a control middle click on both of those to get that ring. And then you can grab those faces in the front. These guys. I guess we could do this in, there we go, do in the front view to get whichever ones are in the front. And then you can extrude that and up the thickness. I'm just going to do like 0.5-ish. And then let's grab these faces on this one as well and extrude and also do 0.4. And then for the toes, I would just grab 2, skip, and then skip. And then extrude again and just up it, I don't know, maybe like 0.3. And then do the same thing on this one. Extrude, do it like 0.3. All right. I'm going to push this guy over a little bit. And then take this edge. Actually, I'll take these vertices and push them up. Same thing on this one. There we go. And then you can click 3 to see how they kind of round out like that. They look great. All right, and then let's see. You can select everything and press 3 to see how it's smoothing out. This guy needs to be beveled for sure. So grab this top edge by just double clicking it, hold shift and double click the bottom one, and bevel and add 2 segments. All right. Good. So that's basically the turkey. You can kind of change some of the proportions a bit. There we go. I'm not really paying too much attention to the back of it, but if that is something that you need to create more detail on, please feel free. You can also, there's some details you can add, like you could make this a bit larger to be like those fun kind of like chicken legs that we think of. But I think I kind of like where it's at. So I'm going to go ahead and texture this guy. So let's select the wings, the body, the neck, and the head, and assign a new material to that. I'm going to make this like a brown that's like tan-ish. Yeah, probably out there. Turn up the roughness a lot. And then let's grab these guys and I'm gonna make them white. And definitely up that roughness. I'm gonna start titling these. So this was white. This was like the body. The legs are like a, actually I guess the legs and the beak would be like a yellow-ish. So you can find that. Maybe a bit more orange. We can make the eyes black. You can make the roughness, I guess, a little bit less on that one, since eyes are usually reflective. And then last thing would just be making all the feathers the different colors. So I'm going to select every other one first, and I'll make this like a more reddish brown. Probably like that. Make the roughness up, and select every other one, and do, I guess, kind of a similar brown, but maybe just like a little bit lighter, like that. All right, and then last part is just this little bit you can make red. So lots of just random colors you're throwing on right now, but they do make a difference. So, all right, and then let's go to Arnold and grab a sky dome light, and I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna grab a plane, scale that up, and assign the checker tutorial or checker material to it. I'm gonna move this plane down so he's actually standing on it too. Okay, and then let's do Arnold render and see how that's looking. All right, it looks like some of the texture did not register on his feathers. So I'm going to title this one dark brown and then light brown. It does seem like some of the textures are pulling through. That's kind of the weird part. So maybe what just needs to happen is some of them needs to get pulled forward and some of them needs to get pulled back. So I'm going to select all these dark brown ones and pull them back. Oh, it's just that I have too many of them. Okay. So as you can see, there are some that I have and some that I do not need. So I guess I'm just going to start taking some of these guys and deleting them since I ended up having extras for whatever reason. Maybe I might have just forgotten to undo at one point and then just had too many. So totally possible. I don't know if you guys also had this issue, but there should be like 2 extras on each. All right, a quicker fix for this instead of going through and selecting is you can go into your outliner and you can just select one of each like that and group them. And then you can go through here, let's select all these guys and group them. And then now you know, basically anything that's not in a group shouldn't even be there. And then with this group, all you have to do is just reselect all of them and color them the correct colors. So this one would be, let's see. There we go. The light brown. And then the other one would be the dark brown. Okay, that should be good for the amount that we have. And then now I would probably just take like the dark ones and maybe just like tilt them back a little bit, even push them back a little bit, just to give them a little bit more dimension, move it a bit. All right, there we go. Now we can see how that's turning out. Oh, he's looking great. I'm noticing the white is a little off, so I'm gonna turn down the roughness to make the white like really pop on it more. I'm also just gonna make it a little bit more smooth there. And then, of course, just getting the plane matched up. But yeah, that's about it. So that's like a super quick and simple turkey. If you guys have any questions on that, I'd love to hear. If you guys have any tips or if you guys made something completely different, I'd love to hear all about it. I like to see your guys' creations that you make. So let me know how this went for you and if you enjoyed it. And I will see you guys in the next tutorial. Bye, guys.